Do not seek validation from other people. Do not seek praise from other people. Do not give other people the privilege to influence the way that you feel, the way that you think, and the way that you act. Become like a mountain. You can only move if you wish to move, and nobody else can move you. Or you choose very consciously what you allow to move you. It is easy to be fascinated by things with no purpose, things with a small purpose. It is very easy to become fascinated by these things, by these people. It is very easy to depend on people for how you think about yourself. When you believe that the body and the mind are you, you attach to them very closely. And when you attach to the body and the mind very closely, you attach to culture, you attach to people, you attach to an idea of yourself. Because the mind and the body they are not you. The mind and the body are temporary. They fade away after some time. But the aspect of you which is eternal, the aspect of you which is conscious, has no space between itself and the mind and the body. So you believe that the mind and the body are who you really are. And when this happens, you stop seeing things clearly. When you believe in an image of yourself, you need people to validate that image. You need people to remind you of that image, to say, yes, you are this person, you are really strong, you are really handsome, you're really beautiful. And this is outsourcing your power. This is outsourcing your attention. This is outsourcing your focus, your happiness to the words of other people. Simply, when you convict, when you make the conviction that nobody has the privilege of influencing me unless I allow it, if you meet someone who you believe knows more than you and you trust them to teach you, you can choose to trust that person. This is why I am so confident, because I trust in that which is greater than I am, which is the divine, Krishna, Jesus, beings who have realized their true nature, beings who have transcended the physical nature and have become one with the universe, which I call upon frequently for guidance, for whatever I may need. And so it is imperative that you look towards that which is, or that which you believe is greater than you, whether it's a person, a deity, a god. When you look to these things for guidance, at least you will improve in some way. You will move towards something better in some way. But the main message of this video is that the stronger the image that you have of yourself, the easier it is for people to influence that image. But when you allow this image to fade and realize that it is temporary, that this body is temporary, and so this image doesn't matter. What matters is that part of you which will not die, because that is the part of you, it is you. That is who you are. And if you can exist as consciousness within the human body, even better. Because then every action that you take comes from a place of clarity, comes from a place of understanding. It is not distorted by other people's opinions, self-image, your opinion, your culture. If I ask you, are Christians good or bad? If you are in a certain religion, you will say, they're bad. Maybe. If you are Christian, you'll say, no, Christians are my brothers and sisters. Something like this. And if you ask me, or a person who is simply conscious and has no identification, are Christians good people? I would say, I'm not sure. It's a subjective question. How could I know? I would say we cannot generalize. If you meet someone, whether they are Christian or Muslim or whoever, it is up to you to judge their character. A lot of people, when they encounter someone whom their friend group, their culture, their family has a certain bias against them, perhaps an Indian man is walking, and because of your cultural conditioning and your strongly rooted identity, you look at the Indian man and you think, an Indian man, he should go back to his country. But no. Go up to him and speak to him. Rajput, how are you? What do you like to eat? What is your belief system? Maybe he's a bad person. Well, good or bad is subjective, but maybe he is an impulsive person, or maybe he is a conscious person. Maybe he's enlightened. Maybe Rajput is enlightened. But because your uncle hates Indians, or your dad hates Indians, now you think you have to hate Indians, or Christians, or Muslims. And this is unconscious. This is identification. This is the ego. You look at someone else and you say, oh, that's a bad person. This is a good person. Ah, I like these people. It is only because of identification. You have no idea of the subjective nature of people or anything which you observe. Your biggest line, your most said phrase should be, I don't know. If someone asks you a question and you don't know, be very direct and accept that I do not know. If people ask you, how is the universe constructed? A Christian will say, oh, there is hell and there is heaven. Islamic people will tell you the same thing. But do you know? No. So you should become, I don't know. You should become a person that does not assume. You need to become a person who is comfortable in uncertainty. A person who has no conclusions, no ideas, in fact. And it is not to say that you should lose your discernment if you see a man who looks rabid or hostile or dangerous, and your mind is telling you, go to the other side of the road. Do it. Follow your discernment. If a woman who is talking to you doesn't seem like she has your best interest at heart, leave. Even if you don't know her. If your discernment is telling you, if your intuition is telling you, go, go. This is very important. But we should not make assumptions. We should not conclude. Never conclude. Because once you conclude, it is very hard to undo that conclusion. And you are binded to that conclusion. Every time you conclude, you close a door. You close an opportunity for knowing. So, what more can I say? Your identity. There are two things in this world. Consciousness, the ability to observe, is consciousness. And energy. Emptiness, consciousness, same thing. And energy. When consciousness observes energy, this is like the yin and yang, light and dark, male and female. Male is always seen as emptiness, female is always seen as dancing energy, Shakti, Shiva and Shakti, emptiness and energy. So when emptiness or consciousness observes energy, memory is created. Okay? Memory is created. This memory is known as karma because it moves cyclically. If you are unconscious, everything that we do has a certain impression. Everything that we do energetically leaves a mark. And because everything is linked together, because there is actually no separation, our karma comes back to us if we're not conscious of it. If you go and punch someone, okay, you have essentially punched yourself, an identified version of yourself, encapsulated by energy. And because of the laws of equivalent exchange, that's going to come back to you, okay? If you believe that you have hurt him or her, it's going to come back to you. You will pay for it in some way. And the best way to clear these karmic debts is to lose the identity. Because the identity is lack of consciousness. The identity is when you believe that the body and mind are me. Where is consciousness then? So no, the body and the mind exist as tools to experience this life. And consciousness goes beyond it. And in order to beat karma, in order to hold karma more gracefully and to let it unfold more gracefully, we should become conscious. Because when the cycle arrives, if you are in a conscious state, you are able to follow your own path, as opposed to the path which unfolds in front of you. Maybe an ex-girlfriend messages you because of some kind of karma, some memory, some energy which is fluctuating. And you decide, no, I'm not going to message her back. And you delete the message and you decide that, no, I should move on with my life. This is what consciousness allows us to do. It allows us to make our own decisions as opposed to decisions which are compulsive or impulsive. It allows us to make decisions which are in line with our highest duty. And it allows us to discover what we are naturally inclined to do karmically, what our role is karmically. Because everything, in fact, is memory. The creation is memory, and the observation of memory and light. Anyway, guys, I'm losing mental power. No, I'm not. I'm gaining mental power. I will see you guys soon. Namaste. I'm going to start posting more edited videos. If you guys would like that, just let me know. And I will see you very soon. Wachow. Give me some wachows in the comments. Wachow. And check out the Zenith scroll. Top link in the description.